Hi, welcome to the Tabs and Icon video series. My name is Karo Ezuzu. In today's video, we're going to look at the take function. The take function is one of the new functions introduced by Microsoft Excel and is currently only available to Office 365 subscribers. So if you don't have Office 365, you won't have this new powerful function. What does the take function actually do? It has the ability to extract a specified number of rows and columns from a selected data range. So if I have my data range and I select a range of data, I can easily extract the first 5 or the bottom 3, first 10, bottom 8, depending on the number I specify. Let's see the logic syntax. Now the logic syntax is simple. It has only 3 arguments, which is equal to take. You have the array, which is your selected data range. Then the second argument is the rows. How many rows do you want to pick from your selected data range? Now that can be the rows from top or the number of rows from the bottom. The third argument, which is an optional argument, is the number of columns. Now if you don't take the number of columns, the system will assume the number of columns within your selected array as the required number of columns. So the number of columns can also be selected. You could pick 2, 3, 4, depending on the size of your array. Now let's look at how it works. Let's look at our illustration. You're saying you should create a simple template to extract the top 5 branches by sales. Now, using the take on its own, it will not be able to rank your selected values, but only extract the numbers as they are on your selected range. So if I take this equal to take, now my first argument is the array. What do I want to extract from? I highlight the whole of this. Let me take this as my array. So I've taken that as my array. That's the first argument. I take a comma. The second mandatory argument is row. How many rows do I want to extract? Now if I want the 5 up here, now it's going to extract those 5 based on the mode in which they appear in this data. So if I take 5, I'm saying I want 5 rows. Now if I take comma, the optional column argument will come up. Now this is a 2-column argument array. I can take 2. Now if I don't put in the column argument, it will assume 2 because my array already have 2 columns. So I hit my enter key. Now you have taken the 5 items on top, which is this 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that's what I took because I've selected 5. If I want to get the bottom 2 or bottom 3, I can take this. Instead of 5, I'll say minus 3. That means going to take the bottom 3. So the bottom 3, from the very bottom, you have Bariga. Now you can see Bariga, Adini, and then Parkview. That's what it has extracted here. But beyond this simple illustration, what if we want to say, okay, let me get the branches that have done so well, top 5 branches by performance. So I'm going to indent this take function along with another function, which is the sort by function. The sort by function is it's a fairly old function. And what does it do? It sorts a data range by your selection. So I'm going to say sort, for example. It will give me this argument. Sort my array by what order. So I'm going to sort either by descending order or ascending order. All I'm going to do right now is just to indent this along with my take function, and I'll be able to extract them in an order which I desire. I want to say equal to take. Now rather than select an array, I want to use the sort by argument, which is a function I'm indenting. Now I select my array. I'm going to select this down to this place. So I've selected the whole of that as my array. I take a comma. It's asking me where is my array 1, and I want it by sales. So I select this one as my first array. It can indent up to 2, 3, 4, 5 more arrays, but let's stop here first and take another comma. Am I going to sort in ascending order or descending order? So if I want the top performing ones, I'll select descending and I take this. Now that's all about the sort function. So I close my bracket, take a comma, and I move back to the take function, asking me how many rows do I want. Now, I want to get the top 5, so I'm going to say 5 rows. Now the next one is optional argument, which is column. If I don't take the column, it will assume 2, so I can actually end my argument here, and I hit my enter key. Now, of course, we know what that means. And so I have this 5. Now this is different from what we did initially. This has selected the top 5 by performance. So I come here. If I want top 3, I change this 5 to 3. Now I've made it a bit of a hard-coded cell. I can come here. Let me create this. Let me make this color a bit bolder. Okay, something like this. And I can decide to say, okay, I want 5. I type my 5 here. So rather than make this hard coding, I can reference this one by coming here and take this. So this is my top 5 by performance. Now, if I want top 8 by performance, all I need is come here and change this one to 8. Now, this is my top 8 by performance. How about if I need to get the last 3, for example? I come to this place, I'll just say from the bottom, I want the last 3. Now, this is the last 3 by performance. So it's very easy when I reference my row argument into another cell. So I can actually create a drop down. I put my 5 here. I have the top 5. I put my 3 here. I have my top 3. I put -5. I have the last 5 by performance. So this is how to indent the take function along with sort by to create a very dynamic report. Thank you very much for listening. In other videos, we're going to see much more of what Excel can do. Bye-bye.